Hi, my name is Indira, and I really would like to first say thank you so much for being part of my video log and my video journey over the last few months. And I'm always the first to say and admit a lot of my bloopers, blunders, mistakes, and I'm really new at this video thing, and so I want to thank you for your continued love and your support and your feedback and all the all the amazing things. And I'm getting a lot of good feedback now where I'm getting better and better. So as we grow together, there's so many things that in my career in the last 20 years that I really want to share, things that I really want to add value to your life and add and add like happiness and joy and a healthier, wealthier, happier lifestyle. But if I start there and I start with like my business stuff, so I've never been a person that can just go straight into business or go straight into money-making ventures without having a heart or a soul connection or a spiritual connection or an energy connection or some sort of a right fit. There's billions of people in the world, and the people that I love the most, the people that have brought tremendous amount of joy and happiness to my life, are the people that are, we like minds attract, that are like me. They're usually very, very beautiful inside and out. It doesn't matter what their physical appearance is, but they're genuine people. So for my best friend, Natasha Holder, from, what year did I graduate? 1994. I went to high school in Richmond Hill, Queens, New York, 1990 through 1994, and she was my very, very best friend. And my last video, she put out a comment, Tasha, this is for you. If I made you happy, as my best friend in high school, or I made one person's life better with my video, and there was one wow, then I did my job. And why am I doing these videos? Well, I'm doing these videos because I found out that over 2,100 people a day are dying of just heart disease. Now there's, cancer and stroke, and I talk about my sister's domestic violence situation, and there's so many problems in the world. There's so many issues. We have, global warming and deforestation, and we have problems with the ocean, and there's just, when I did an accounting for our world after my sister was how this all makes sense, or where this all comes together, is I have to talk a little bit about my background. I was born and raised in British Guyana in South America, and I lived there for the first 11 years of my life. And then my dad, I talked in my last video about being a visionary, and the negative aspect of being a visionary, sometimes we're a little ahead of the curve, and because it's new information or it's not the norm, like when Galileo said that the earth was round and not flat, he was and he invented the telescope, he was put to death, or he was put in prison. And there's now, hundreds of years later, we're like, oh, oops, sorry, we destroyed a person because they were a little bit ahead of their time. So as entrepreneurs, the people that I love and that I love the most, and where this all starts to make sense, is my mom and dad had a restaurant called Skylab's Restaurant. And I grew up in an environment where there's a lot of people and food, and in an entrepreneurial environment. Every day it was about serving people food and drinks and making them happy in that sense, and putting on the music and being of service. And so growing up in that environment, I just had a part of me that has always been wanting to reach out and connect and serve and help. And then in 1982, on June 16th, my mom died. And when my mom died, I don't know all the reasons, but when she died, it left me looking for answers at a very, very young age, and I couldn't find those answers from anyone around me in the physical world. So I turned to spiritual books. I turned to the Bhagavad Gita, and I turned to my book of Bible stories, and I turned to esoteric knowledge and spiritual knowledge. I read about Darwin's theory of evolution, and when I read about that, there was just a little bit missing, because then it couldn't explain where my mom went. And so as a very, very young child, my understanding of life in general was shaped by those experiences. And so because of that, I have a different perspective to share, a fresh new perspective that's not new in the knowledge base, because this is ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom from ancient India, but it is tremendously important for our world, a baby nation. And as we're celebrating Independence Day, the 4th of July, happy 4th of July, by the way, and I just want to bring it all together with my life story, and if I don't talk a little bit about my background, then the rest of the stuff doesn't make sense. It's like, well, what is she, off on a tangent here, off on a tangent there, is she crazy, So I have to really bare my soul. I have to put my heart out there. It was so hard for me to do this. Now we're going on July 4th, and it's been 7 months, and I haven't yet felt a tad bit of success doing this. Mostly I feel like I'm struggling to get my message out, and there's all this other stuff that I'm learning in between, and I overshoot it sometimes, and here I am, again trying to bring it together. But I want you to take this journey with me, this video log, this journey, because I do have some really amazing things to offer you when I get rolling with all the messages. So the point of today is freedom. Freedom and Independence Day, 4th of July. My intention and to talk about my past and to connect these dots and back to my first book, Cosmic Accounting. I took a road trip this was a vacation actually in April of 2002, and when I came to the Southwest, I started to see a different way of life, a different meaning, a different existence. And compared to where I grew up and worked in New York for a good 18 years, where it was a lot about the hustle and bustle. And why are these people dying every day of heart disease? Why? What is that anyway? What's a heart attack? Right? What is it that makes it? And I'm passionate about this because I can't bring my mom back. I can't save my sister, even though she called me and she wanted me to come, to El Paso, Texas, and babysit her daughter. I wasn't on that flight. I missed that flight, and it was the Saturday after. So I live with a tremendous amount of internal need to serve and to help and to prevent pain in the world and help. If I could just, my life and my work and what I've done could just bring a little bit of happiness, or a little bit of a healthier, more wealthier, more successful lifestyle. Because of the tremendous adversities that I've gone through, I've learned so many shortcuts to staying sane in an insane world at times, to being happy even though, the happiness thieves and the people that come around that put negative things out, how to stay healthy, having a little 2-year-old and a family. There's so much pressure in our life that when we do get Independence Day, that we should take it seriously. So what I'm saying is, if you look forward to my next video, I want to thank all the amazing visionaries, aka crazies, no I'm kidding, entrepreneurs that have vision, that have heart, that really understood, that they looked far down ahead. And that's where I want to pick up my next video. So I really wanted to wish you a really happy 4th of July. I want to thank you so much.